It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
What it do? What it do? Welcome to another Let's Bet It episode. Got a nice little 3 game card on the docket for us tonight. So we're gonna break it down. I've got a few looks in 2 of the games. One of them not so much, but um, 2 of the games got some pretty I think decent looks, and we'll talk about them. Last night. So on the show last night, I really wanted to give out that Kings team total under, and I got it at 115 and a half. And if you remember from the previous show, I didn't want to give it out when we were giving out our best bets because it went down to 113 and a half. Even though I still kind of liked it, I went with the Cavs Heat under 239 and a half. That loss, but the Kings team total, they only scored 100 last night. So the 113 and a half would have been good. So if I would have gave it out, but I gave out Cavs Heat under 239. It was a loser, but hopefully, you guys got some of that Kings money, and we're back at it tonight. Um, 3 games on the schedule, so we are gonna knock them out real quick. First one up, Raptors at Cavs. Cavs laying 7.5 at home. Total sitting at 238 and a half. Garland, Tyson, and there's somebody else for Cleveland out, but I know Garland and Tyson are out for Cleveland. Let me double check real quick. Lonzo Ball. Yeah, Ball, Garland, Tyson out. This is kind of how I look at this game. I know the Cavs are coming in. Their offense has been hot. I mean, they put up 130 without Garland and Mobley and Mitchell the other night. But some about the spot. Here's the other thing. I also know that the Raptors have been catching teams in bad spots. And so while they have played better defensively, the numbers can be skewed a little bit just because of who the Raptors have been playing, the spots that they've caught these teams in. They've caught a lot of bad teams or quite a few bad teams in spots where they might be missing their best player. They might be on a back-to-back or, like a real bad scheduling spot. But I look at the Cavs and I'm looking at their offensive output, these over the course of the season. I mean, we're still very young into the season. So they put up 130, their last one against the Heat, 138 in the previous game against the Heat. The Heat was like a baseball series there. The Bulls, they put up 128. The Wizards, they put up 148. The Sixers, they put up 132. And I'm just highlighting this because these are teams that haven't been playing, I don't know, the best defense, if you could say. I don't know if they're, I don't think they're really upper echelon teams defensively. But if you get down to who they like, so before the 76ers, they played the Hawks. And that was minus Trae Young. I don't think that the Cavs had any missing pieces that night. But even though the Cavs won the game, 117 to 109, they still didn't get to 123 points. And I think that this is a Hawks team that we can all agree is actually playing better defense. And even if we look at this, the previous Raptors game that they played earlier this season, a 112-101, the Cavs were playing without they were playing without a lot of pieces that game. But even still, though, at 101 points, I mean, the Raptors, I think at this point, have kind of figured out that they slowed the pace down and played more of a defensive game. I just think that teams that try to play defense can slow the Cavs down just a little bit. Am I saying the Cavs are going to lose this game? I don't think so. If I had to lean a certain way, it would be the Raptors. But I just don't see the Cavs getting to 124 points tonight. And I too, if you look at the schedule spot, they've got Memphis coming up on Saturday evening. And honestly, I think that'll be more of a game where everybody's back for the most part. Whoever's going to be back from rest is going to be back for that one. And I could honestly see the offense. I could see them kind of taking this being a sleep spot tonight. And then on Saturday, they turn up against Memphis because we all know that they don't play any defense. So that's kind of how I see this one. Like I said, I played the Cavs team total under 123.5. And I lean Raptors to cover. Honestly, I think they've been better as of late, and I think just too many points given the spot for the Cavs. Okay, next one, Pacers and Suns. Suns are laying 4.5 at home. Total sitting at 232.5. Mark Williams is out for Phoenix. That was some late injury news that came in. I did make a play on this game, and I do. I actually made 2 plays on this game. So the first play that I made on this game, one is a prop, is also Iguodala under his 10.5 points and rebounds. This was 9.5. I've been looking at this all day. It just hadn't pressed, the play button on it yet. But I know Mark Williams is going to be out. It's probably going to be a little bit more extended burn for him. But he's went under this total quite a bit. And I could honestly see him and Nick Richards really splitting time at center. It wouldn't surprise me if Richards starts. Now, and if Iguodala starts, I really believe, will be more of a sweat bet. But I do think that they're going to bring him off the bench and start Richards in place of Williams. He's a little bit older, more experienced bet. So I think that will probably be the way they go. So I really like also Iguodala under 10.5 points and rebounds. You can get that. I think the best number is at Caesars -108. Also, I think that I like this Phoenix team. I do. And I think the Pacers are absolutely ass. I mean, that's my team. I love them, but they're just not very good right now. But I do think after giving up 152 to Utah, and especially after they came out as strong as they did, which leads me to another lean that I'm probably going to get to, but they came out strong against Utah. I mean, they had them, down 10-0, and then defensively, the wheels just fell off for the Pacers. So I really like for them to come, a little bit more locked in. Nembhard, has been back for a few games. They got McConnell back. He was on a minutes restriction. Not sure if he's going to be on one tonight. But it wouldn't surprise me to see him maybe play a little bit more and play a little bit harder on the defensive end, given what happened in Utah the other night. 152 points in any professional basketball game is unacceptable. But not that the Pacers. I mean, clearly they're 1-10, but Utah isn't too much better, and you just really got to be a lot better defensively. So I could see them really come into play on the defensive end. So I played the Suns team total under 119.5. As far as the Hawks and Jazz, nothing on this game. You can't fade the Jazz at home. The Hawks are coming in on a back-to-back, coming into elevation. So just not a game I'm really interested in. But man, the Jazz, you just can't fade them at home. You could take their team total over. Maybe the Hawks are due for a letdown defensively, but really nothing on this game. Best bet for me tonight is the Cavs team total under 123.5. Talked about it. Like I said, it's kind of been, it was right there on my fingertips all day, and I finally just took it to the window. So Cavs team total under 123.5. I think the Cavs are going to, like I said, I think they win the game, but I think this could be more of a sleepy spot. And I think the offense really wakes up on Saturday. And I think they'll have everybody back in the fold for that game. So give us a like, follow myself, Can't Stop, GLB, Stacks on X. Like, subscribe, and we will be back to break down the slate tomorrow. Peace.
If you broke, try to have a nice day. If you're fat, try to have a nice day. If you're skinny, try to have a nice day. If you got a big head, try to have a nice day. If your mama's ugly, try to have a nice day. If your daddy whoop your ass, try to have a nice day. If a dog bites you in the ass, bite him back and try to have a nice day. Try to have a nice day. See, that's my theme. Try to have a nice day. I'm about to leave right now and go try to have me a nice day. All right. Try to have a nice day.